Hey everybody, this is Blue Eyes White Lady 23, ready to start up with Chapter 1 of Fire Emblem 9. Chapter 1, the battle begins. Here we see the mercenary fort, where the Grail mercenaries hang out, and we get to meet a lot of new characters. That's Titania, she's second in command. Good morning, Ike. Today's your first day as a professional soldier, isn't it? Here we get into a bit of a bad habit of Ike's. Yeah, and I'm ready to go. But you are as late. The others are suited up and ready at the break of dawn. Ike likes to oversleep. Right now, basically, this is a staple in Fire Emblem. There's some bandits somewhere, and we have to go deal with them, because that's our job. In my last video, I had slight frame issues. Namely, the tops and bottoms of my text boxes were getting chopped off, so I think I fixed that now. Well, actually, I did fix that now, because it's no longer widescreen format, which is what the other one was. And we get more awesome music. It's not extremely epic music, which we don't get until later. Oh, right, the guy who just talked right now is Oscar. He's Boyd's older brother, and he smiles a lot. Smiles at pretty much everything. It's like that smile never comes off of his face. And I've never seen him with his eyes open either, so yeah. And now I'm kind of wondering how Ike and Boyd managed to keep up with Oscar and Titania, who are both on horses. But, oh well. Let's put that aside. Because now we're going to get into some important stuff. Real combat, not tutorial combat. We have some fourth wall breaking too, which is always fun. Yes, you guys are obviously, as I said in my last video, the blue. Enemy is red. The marks around them, the circles around the two of the dots, one is for Ike, and the other is the boss of the enemies. Ike is always the commander of the group, even if it kind of seems like he's not. And that's because he is the main character. And so you have to kind of deal with that the whole time. We just basically got some talking about how you should never have just one character do everything. You should have like a balance to your team. Boyd, you are not a professional. I don't even use you half the time when I play this game. Although I might this time. I don't know yet. Not really that many good axers except Titania. Here we get into the weapons triangle. Basically, the weapon you use is good against some and bad against others, like Titania's axe. Serves well against lances, but not against swords. Oscar uses lances, which is good against swords, but not axes, and then Ike uses swords, which is kind of glaringly obvious by now what that does. Bows are not included in this triangle. Neither is magic. Magic has its own two triangles, which I'll explain when we actually get a mage. This is also a tutorial for visit, which basically, if you move one of your characters over to a house with a door that's open, basically you can talk to the people who live in there. Yeah, I guess 4 iron swords right now. I don't know why he always gets 4. Because he doesn't need 4. Oh, and he just critical. Critical does 3x damage. Exactly 3x. I've done enough calculating and enough watching of myself playing this game to know that. And I'm kind of wondering what my cat is doing. He's kind of hiding underneath my desk right now, so... basically when you visit, you can get items, you can get money. It's more items in this game. Also, one thing you want to do, which I forgot to do right here, is turn the sorry, battle animation off. Sorry, lost my train of thought right there. I think I do that later in the next video or something, or in the next chapter. I don't honestly remember. I'll have to look. But yeah, if you don't, you're gonna end up like me and having to cut this video into 2 parts, which kind of stinks. But I was being an idiot and didn't realize it. Yeah. I don't really feel like splitting chapters into 2 videos if I can help it. Now the boss is looking down on us. All enemies look down upon you and they're always stunned. Hired sword, sell sword are kind of, I would think, are kind of nasty names for mercenaries. What this bandit's gonna do, you cannot stop him from doing it. Yeah, he just smashed the house. You can't stop that, unfortunately. Let's see, what else? Houses that have been smashed cannot be visited. Houses that have been visited cannot be smashed. So it's in your best interest to not let the bandits smash the houses. Here I'm just giving Ike that steel sword I got from the house. Right there, right in that Oscar just visited. And now I'm having Oscar attack. Oscar does not like to attack twice, but that's kind of because of his lance. Lances are extremely heavy weapons, and they do not double attack very well. Unless you have, like, really good speed, and Oscar doesn't yet, because I don't think he's that high level. Titania, on the other hand, is a tier 2 character, a pre-promote. There's a couple of terms that pertain to the original, the first Fire Emblem, which was only released in Japan. Basically, Titania would be normally called a Jagan, a character that you start off with that's pre-promoted that turns out to be absolute crap. She's not actually a Jagan, she's more of a Oife, which is from Fire Emblem 4, which is also only released in Japan. And Oife is basically a character that does not epically suck. Even though they're pre-promote when you get them. Titania is one of a couple of examples. You didn't need to go I didn't need to fight with a steel axe on this one because she could easily kill him without it, so that's why I switched. Plus I don't like using iron weapons for that long a period of time, because after a while you're still stuck with the iron axe when you can use like the highest ranks. Yeah. Titania can use 2 weapons. Lances and axes. She's better with axes though. And here's what we're gonna get, something rather useful. a seraph robe, also known as an angelic robe in the GBA games. This will basically boost HP by 7 points. There's nobody in this party that really needs it. And I keep forgetting to give it to one of the person I intend to for a while. And now this guy's gonna be an idiot and attack Ike, although Ike's not gonna kill him. I don't think. No, he's not. Yeah, so Ike just got another level up, even though he didn't kill anybody, which is kind of too bad. Yeah, the point of Fire Emblem, kill all the enemies most of the time. Although this is a seize mission, which basically means, you see the glowy spot the boss is standing on? You want to steal that. You want to take that. You have to have Ike stand on it, and then you can seize it. Ouch. This is why Oscar's not great when you first get him, because he doesn't attack twice. He's kind of tiring after a while when all you're getting is one poke of the lance. And that was an unnecessary critical, but epic anyway, which was actually, I do believe, one of his moves from Brawl. Which is how I actually got into playing Fire Emblem in the first place, was because of Brawl. That and finding a video walkthrough on YouTube. So I kind of already knew what was going to happen when I played it, but I played... The point of a strategy game is to come up with your own strategies. And so, basically, my reason for doing this is just to show you the strategies I use. Which don't always work. You can do it the same way I do it, you can do it your own way, it's all up to you, it doesn't really matter how, as long as... Well, the way I play is I don't like having characters die. And so I try to avoid that as much as possible. In the GBA games it's a lot easier because you don't have to stand up and hit the reset button, you can just shut the game off. We're getting close to the end of what I can do here. Still got like a few seconds left, so I'm actually going to cut it right before we go into the boss fight. I'm kind of just getting my team set up because I really want to attack him with everybody, which I didn't, but I really don't remember what I was doing here, or what I was thinking, because I couldn't get that commentary to work. Anyway, yeah, I will see you in a few, once I get Ike to